Hi, John here. It's the 14th of March 2015 on a Sunday here in Auckland. I just want to video of this police stealing this child off this family. So here goes.
The social services should be there to protect our children, and they're not. They're there to scare us into doing what they want us to do. So basically, if they don't find these kids for adoption, if they don't find an excuse, whatever that excuse may be, whether how minor it is or major, they will lose money. So in effect, children are being adopted because of the monetary incentives.
Yes. I don't particularly like people. I don't, and it makes it very difficult to be a social worker. Which is the reason I don't like people, so it's circular.
If you don't meet your target, you're also docked across the board in your entire grant. So the incentive to find kids for adoption is overwhelming.
In theory, a child should only be in foster care if it's necessary, not for just stupid reasons.
Well, what would be stupid reasons?
Well, in my view, if you've got a situation where mum's been beaten up by dad and they've split up and mum's got the kids, you shouldn't take the kids off mum.
Well, why do they then?
Well, you have to ask them. It's called... Well, you're an MP, you make the laws.
Well, yeah,
but the point is the courts don't necessarily follow the laws because they're in secret. They don't necessarily follow the laws properly and all sorts of procedural things go wrong.
Don't worry about it, we'll stand here all night.
Well, you can stand here all night then, sweetheart. It's too cold for you to be doing that, and to be honest, you're supposed to be out catching criminals. Now, I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not calling you a criminal.
No, but that's what your job is. Your job is to go catch criminals, people that actually break the law.
After dealing with these two police officers, all of a sudden another four turned up.
Right, we're here to do a welfare check on your child.
Right.
So if you facilitate that, I'm sure we can assist you.
I requested that only 2 officers enter my home.
I will let 2 officers into my house. 2.
Well, I'm Sergeant, so
You...
will come in. We'll have a chat to you. Alright, and we'll take it from there.
And they asked me very nicely, could you just make sure the dog's not in the way, you know.
I don't know your dog, you know your dog. Would you be able to get your dog under control in a different room, away from the baby, so we could just go in and do the welfare check without having to worry about dogs? It could be very, very straightforward, this. I don't think it has to be as complicated as it should.
I know. You don't need a dog shield at all. It's not aggressive whatsoever.
Just to tell you guys, you have been recorded.
I know we haven't worried about that, thanks.
Okay, even on the computer.
That's fine.
We expect you to honour your oath today.
We're going to check the welfare of a small child. It's nothing to do with criminal investigation at this stage.
Okay.
We're coming in to basically check the welfare of a child. We have how to do that to save life and limb.
Save life and limb is right.
That's common law, yeah.
Yeah, that's common law.
Yeah.
So we can enter in that.
Okay, yeah, then we grant you permission to come and view the child.
Simple as that.
You've got one child removed every 20 minutes in the UK, 24/7, 365 days a year. Right now. So during this today, how many kids have been removed? Not, and it has to be immediate risk of harm. Remember that for any removal, right? And it's obviously not the majority of the time. We have all proof for that.
And the superior officer has come into my home after again clarifying that there was a welfare check, that he was under his oath, that all of a sudden, due to my concealment of pregnancy, that they were forcibly taking my son from my care.
Concealed pregnancy?
I haven't concealed a pregnancy at
We're
all.
going to take the child.
Whoa. No.
Yes.
No.
No.
I am a breastfeeding mother.
Spence? No.
No.
Come in. No.
No.
Under what law?
And then the rest barged in.
What court order? I want a court order right now in this house. Stand by a judge.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Right, can you bring this in there as well?
Sal, I mean,
I want to get signature.
Come outside.
Gary,
Come outside.
I'm being peaceful.
No, you have.
They've assaulted my partner. They've assaulted me. And we caught it all on film.
Come outside. Come outside with you. Can I ask you why? Because you're obstructing us. I'm not obstructing you. Can I?
No, please. No.
This is fucking illegal.
Stay calm.
You're obstructing on duty. Now please leave.
Paul was in no way obstructing. He was at the other side of the room at the time of his arrest.
Why are you taking my son? Why are you taking my son?
He was never read his rights, so he wasn't arrested.
Our child has been stolen! Right. Our child has been stolen! Right. Our child has been stolen! Our child...
Now you need to speak to John Emming, because he's got the bloody statistics.
We know, for instance, last year that about 11,000 children were compulsorily taken into care. That compares to the figures in 1995 of 5,500. You have to ask yourself, are the children any safer now that 11,000 are taken into care each year rather than 5,500? I think the answer is no, which gives you evidence to the fact that the care system is taking the wrong children into care.
Why do you think they're taking children away from perfectly good families and putting them into foster care with people that could possibly abuse them themselves?
It's money. It all boils down to money in the end. They get thousands of pounds per child just on the day they remove them. And the longer they can keep that child in care, the more money they get in their back pocket, and they get their points for their little catalogue.
Up till 2 years ago, there were millions of pounds, which I listed on my website, given to the councils for fulfilling their adoption targets. There's such a fuss about this, adopting people just to get the money, that the targets were abolished officially, the money target, but the targets still exist. The instruction from Tony Blair, the Prime Minister at the time, to increase adoptions by 40% in so much time, that still exists, and they still go for adoptions.
One down on Bright Street at the moment, and then you go over here, it says social company, social services. Let's go, and there we have it. All these are trading for profit companies. 20. Is it any wonder they want to take our kids into care? You know how many of these social services are there? Yeah. Pretty interesting, huh?
So there you go. John Wanoa here, Auckland, New Zealand. I'm just recording this interview of this raid on these couples' house in England. These are the things that I'm taking note of so that they can be pulled into the court, the King William IV Court of Admiralty, under the Lord High Admiral Superior Court to arrest all those people in the social services right through the whole place, all the pedophiles, all of that we're going to address under this King William Court Martial law. That's his own law, his own acts of parliament and his own jurisdiction of fraud and corruption. The Queen is behind the racket, and she's operating this business with the churches, the Church of England and the Catholic Church, Vatican City, Washington DC. These are companies, corporate, private companies, and also the City of London, Rothschilds. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say with this video. It's 6:31 in the morning on Sunday, the 14th of March 2015. So that's all I want to do. To 15th, sorry, just to keep a record of this when we go to Jamie and I go to London to put this into the court with other court hearings, with others who are waiting there for us, and I'm hoping to hear back from Scotland Yard on Monday to assist us here in Auckland the same thing happens here. It doesn't matter where in the world they're doing this. This is evil, and we're going to strip it right at its core, which is starting from the banks, the Rothschilds and the Queen of England. And she's going to be arrested, and Tony Blair and George Bush and all those people in the conspiracy that's proven to be true now. We can put them in the court and send the Scotland Yard and the British military to go and arrest them, okay, and seize the land back and all the assets of the Queen of England, the Queen of Brussels, and that account is going back into the King of England's account, King William IV, and the Moai Crown. Okay, that's the real crown. There's no more of this fake Queen and her royal family. Will arrest the whole lot of the properties and all their wealth and strip them. Okay, that's the evil that you've just seen this video, and I wanted to record any of these events to help solve the problem. It is a big problem in the police force, and so I can see that the Scotland Yard wants to get their image looking better. They've got no less money now, so we'll do this way with the pound note and put it out there in the banks. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.